Marriage can be one of the best parts of life, but it also takes a lot of work to keep it healthy and happy. Sometimes, without even realizing it, couples make mistakes that can really hurt their relationship. These mistakes range from not talking enough about important things to taking each other for granted. Each one can create problems that might start small but can grow big enough to cause serious trouble between partners. It's important to know about these mistakes so you can watch out for them. By understanding what these mistakes are and how they affect your relationship, you and your partner can work together to build a stronger bond. Keeping a marriage strong isn't always easy, but knowing what to avoid is a great first step. In this video, we are going to show you 15 deadly mistakes that quickly ruin marriages. If you're new here, make sure hit subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss future videos, and comment down below I subscribed. Let us welcome you. Let's start. Number 1. Lack of communication. One of the major problems in married life is not talking enough about important things. Couples may chat about what's for dinner or who's picking up the kids, but they avoid big talk about feelings or worries. This lack of deep communication can turn small problems into big ones because no one knows how the other really feels. When couples don't share their true thoughts and feelings, they start to feel like they're living with a stranger. This can lead to feelings of loneliness in the marriage, which no one wants to feel. Talking openly with your spouse will help both of you understand each other better and avoid many misunderstandings that can damage the relationship. Number 2. Not dealing with conflict. Ignoring problems doesn't get them out of the way, it usually makes them worse. Some couples think that avoiding conflict helps keep the peace, but it actually builds walls between them. When issues aren't resolved, resentment starts to build, and every little argument seems like a big deal. Moreover, when conflicts do arise, it is very important to handle them fairly and respectfully. It is difficult to fix things by yelling, blaming, or insulting each other. By learning to calmly discuss disagreements and listen to each other's point of view, couples can work through their problems together without hurting each other's feelings. Number 3. Taking each other for granted. Shortly after marriage, some couples stop trying in the relationship. They may stop doing small acts of kindness for each other, or assume that their partner will always be there no matter what. This can make one or both of them feel taken for granted, unloved, and undervalued, which is really painful. Remember, just because you're married doesn't mean the work is done. Just like when you're dating, it's important to keep loving and appreciating each other. Small gestures like saying thank you, planning a surprise date, or asking about their day can make a big difference. Keeping romance alive is the key to a happy, lasting marriage. Number 4. Financial dishonesty. Hiding money matters from each other is a quick way to cause trouble in a marriage. Sometimes one person might spend a lot of money without telling the other, or have a secret debt that wasn't discussed. These secrets can break the trust that is so important in any relationship. Being open about your finances, like how much you earn, spend, and save, helps keep everyone on the same page. It's good to have honest conversations about money, put together a budget, and set financial goals. This way, both partners can feel safe and avoid unpleasant surprises that could lead to big arguments. Number 5. Lack of personal space. Even when married, everyone needs their own space sometimes. Constantly being together without personal time can make spouses feel stuck or stressed. It's healthy to have hobbies or friends that you enjoy alone. Respecting each other's need for personal space actually strengthens the relationship. It allows each person to grow individually, thereby bringing more to share in the marriage. When you support each other's interests and friendships outside of marriage, both partners can feel happier and more fulfilled. Number 6. Unrealistic expectations. Sometimes people approach marriage with a picture of how everything should be based on movies or stories they've heard. They expect their spouse to know what they want without telling them, or they think marriage will solve all their problems. When reality doesn't match these expectations, disappointment can set in. Talking about what you expect from each other and about your marriage can eliminate confusion. It helps to set realistic goals and understand that challenges will happen. Working together with them builds a strong bond, knowing that no marriage is perfect. Number 7. Poor conflict resolution. Every marriage has conflicts, but how to resolve them is very important. Yelling, blaming, or the silent treatment can hurt feelings and make problems worse. These methods of handling conflict can leave scars that are difficult to heal. Learning to solve problems creatively is important. This means talking things out calmly, listening to each other, and trying to understand the other person's point of view. Rather than winning arguments, finding solutions that work for both of you will help maintain a loving and respectful relationship. Number 8. Lack of trust. Trust is like the glue in a marriage. Without it, things start to fall apart. When spouses start hiding things from each other or lying, it shakes the foundation of their relationship. Doubting each other can make you feel insecure or suspicious, which is not healthy for anyone. Building trust means being open and honest, even when it's hard. Sharing your thoughts and feelings, being honest, and keeping promises are ways to strengthen trust. When both partners can fully rely on each other, it creates a safe and loving environment in which their relationship can flourish. Number 9. Neglecting physical intimacy. Neglecting the physical part of your relationship can harm the marriage. When couples stop being physically intimate, they start to feel more like roommates than spouses. Physical intimacy like holding hands, hugging, or more is a way to show love and connect on a deeper level. Keeping intimacy alive isn't just about being together in physical ways, it also means being emotionally involved. By talking about what makes you feel loved and making sure you're both comfortable and happy with physical intimacy, you can keep your bond strong and healthy. Number 10. Disrespectful behavior. When one person starts being rude or mean to the other, it can really damage the marriage. Disrespect can be mocking each other in an unkind way or ignoring what one person is saying because it doesn't seem important. Treating each other badly is a quick way to destroy the trust and love that a marriage needs. Respecting each other means listening, being polite, and appreciating what the other person feels and thinks. Simple acts like speaking kindly, paying attention when your spouse speaks, and treating them as you would want to be treated can make a big difference in keeping a marriage healthy and strong. Number 11. Constant criticism. No one is perfect, and pointing out every little flaw in a marriage can make someone feel unloved or inadequate. Constantly criticizing your partner, complaining about how they do the housework, or telling them they're always wrong can make them sad and push them away. Instead of criticizing, it is better to focus on the good and give encouragement. When something needs to be said, say it nicely and suggest ways to improve together. This builds team spirit, and both partners feel supported and loved and not judged. Number 12. Letting go of romance. Sometimes after a few days of marriage, lovers stop dating. They begin to feel more like friends than lovers. Keeping love alive is key to a happy marriage because it reminds you both of why you fell in love in the first place. You can keep the spark alive by planning special dates, surprising each other with thoughtful gestures, or telling your partner how much you love them in different ways. These actions help maintain the excitement and intimacy that brought you together. Number 13. Avoiding responsibility. When one person does not take responsibility for managing the household or taking care of the family, it can cause a lot of stress. Avoiding responsibilities such as not helping with the housework or taking care of the children can make the other person feel too alone to handle everything. Sharing responsibilities fairly means talking about who is doing what and being willing to help each other. It's about working as a team to make sure everything you want in life happens together. This cooperation helps avoid resentment and makes both partners feel supported and valued. Number 14. Ignoring each other's needs. When couples stop focusing on what the other person needs, they feel neglected or unimportant. Maybe one partner needs more help around the house, or the other needs more emotional support. Ignoring these needs can make each person feel like themselves. Paying attention to what your partner needs and trying to meet those needs shows that you care and value them. It's what can I do to make you feel loved asking, and then doing those things. When both work to please each other in married life, it strengthens their bond. Number 15. Failure to adapt to changes. Life is full of changes, and how couples handle these will affect their marriage. For example, moving to a new city, changing jobs, or having a baby are all big changes that can stress a relationship. Clinging to old ways and not fitting together can lead to feeling disconnected. Embracing change as a team is critical. It involves discussing how these changes affect each other and finding ways to support each other through them. Adapting together means growing together instead of growing apart,